Yeah. How you doing? Hello. 리아 안녕.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
인사하세요. 안녕하세요 해야지.
안녕하세요.
Three about 2.5 weeks ago.
Wow.
So in Korea she's 4.
She's fun now. 리아 수줍어요? 리아 수줍어요? You shy?
Yes, I was born and raised in Darwin. My childhood was very blessed. We had a nice big house with a big yard. You know, I was a typical sort of kid, but Mum got me into some sort of different sports that not all Australians get into. I also started martial arts at the age of 7. I started Tang Su Tao. The Tang is the dynasty and Su Tao is like way of the hand. It's like Sudo. Do is like system or way. But Tao is more, has a more Chinese influence. And that's why the name was changed to. The Zhejiang is right there. You can even see. 안녕하세요. I started martial arts at a very young age, and through martial arts I was kind of introduced to part of Korean culture. So I guess living here for the last year has sort of put that all in a context. I've been with my wife since 2011, we've been married since 2013, and so I've learnt the sort of everyday, normal Korean culture through her, and then living here for the last year, I've been able to sort of contextualize what I've learned through martial arts over the many years. It's actually been a privilege, you know, as an outsider to come and be a part of it. So I really respect Korean culture and history, and it's been nice to be a part of that in a small way. 28 years next month. March 91, I started.
Almost 3 decades.
Yeah, almost 3 decades. I've had injuries, I've had setbacks, I've had 2 knee reconstructions where I've had my anterior cruciate ligament on my right knee replaced. I've had cartilage replaced, I've had back injuries, I've had all sorts of injuries, but you know, you get through them, and that's just like any sport or profession that you do. You get injuries and setbacks and you just push through. You know, why did I fall in love with martial arts? I fell in love with the brotherhood of it. I fell in love with, you know, the feeling of being part of something. I had mentors. You know, we don't live in villages anymore with lots of uncles and lots of male figures to help us grow up and go through, you know, childhood. And so martial arts gives you that sort of that family, that extended family. And you meet amazing people. And people you've never met before, you automatically have a connection. When it's a similar martial art, even if it's a different martial art, you have a respect for them because you know what martial arts means. And it's a way of life, it's not a sport. It's true what they say, that martial arts shouldn't be a sport, and it's not. It should be treated as a way of life and a philosophy. My profession is, my specialist area is Indonesian studies. I teach Indonesian language and Indonesian politics at my university, the University of Charles Darwin University in Darwin. I've been teaching there for 5 years, We in Australia, we don't say professor, we say a doctor of letters or a lecturer, but I guess you could say professor. But a professor in Australia is quite senior, but I haven't got there yet. If I could meet anyone, it would be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's been a childhood hero for many years. He's a successful person. He was the world's best bodybuilder, top bodybuilder. He still is a big actor. He's made some great movies. And he was the governor of California, the 5th biggest economy in the world. In terms of connectivity, yeah, I mean, he'd be a lovely person to meet. I like politicians, and he became a politician, so sort of another sort of reason to connect with him. But I would love to connect with any politician in any country. I would like to meet Moon Jae-in as well. I think he's been a great statesman for Korea. I think he's done some great things recently with his overtures with North Korea. He's in a very difficult position. I think of all the people with what's going on with North and South Korea and America, I think his job's the hardest. He's got to manage the North Korean leader, Kim Jong-un, and he's got to manage Trump, 대통령, and he's got to be in the middle. He's got to keep America happy, and he's got to keep North Korea happy, and somehow keep troops here and pay for them, and all these things that are going on. It must be very difficult. I'm a father of 2 children, and the biggest fear that I have is, will this world be the same and as nice and as peaceful as when I grew up? I hope that I can prepare them for life and all those things, and I hope the world stays peaceful, and I hope they have the opportunities that I had. My biggest fear is not preparing my children for life and survival. And I think so, as a father, I think that's my biggest fear, is failing as a father. So all I can do is try. It has to be the birth of my children. Getting married was pretty good, but the birth of my children was something. You know, my son was born here in Korea last year on the 15th of August. 광복절날, 8월 15일, 네, 광복절날, 8월 15일에 태어났어요. So he was born on Korean Independence Day in Korea, which was just totally coincidence. My daughter was born on the 27th of January 2016. So she's just turned 3. My son's about to turn 6 months old. So, you know, young family, still very fresh memories of them coming into the world. I think they were probably the best times of my life, yeah. My mother.
Your mom?
My mum, my mother and father. You know, it's only when you become a parent that you realise how much your mother does or did for you. Obviously my wife's important, my children are important, but my mother. If it wasn't for her, and my father was there, but you know, your mother tends to do a lot more for you in a kind of a different way than fathers do. Anyway, in my case. So it would be my mother. She has been the strongest, most persevering person I've ever met. She's the backbone of our family. She never gets angry. She doesn't like conflict. She's always the one to calm things down, so it's my mother. So I started martial arts at the age of 7, a couple of months before my 8th birthday.
Age of 7?
7, yes.
Wow, so really young.
Very young. I did it just because it was fun. I was what we call a karate kid. I mean, we use the term karate in the West because we think karate is all martial arts. So that's the story. I wanted to be a karate kid, you know? I wanted to be a karate kid.